Okay. Ah! Okay, welcome back to Switching Strings. I'm your host, Santos, and this is Sunny to my left or maybe right. Who knows?
Why would it? No, it would just be one of us on the screen anyway.
No, I thought it was going to have both of us the whole
You're
time.
not going to merge us. Why would you merge us? We've never merged our screens together.
That is very true. Well, never mind. Now I've messed up the framing of this whole thing. I thought it was going to be square, so now there's stuff that I don't want you to see that's being shown. I'm going to put black bars. There's like...
You're going to turn it into like a... What do you have it on right now? 4x3?
No, they have a 16:9. That's what they have right now.
Are you recording in 16:9 right now?
On my iPhone, yeah.
So you're going to convert it to 4:3?
I'll have to.
Oh my god. All right, so hey,
No,
welcome back
fine.
to Switching Strings. Instead of 16:9, we are going to be 4x3 for this.
For this one.
For Santos' sake.
Okay. Well, also, apologies because this audio-wise just might not happen. We're having technical difficulties. This podcast is probably going to be shorter, like by a lot.
By maybe
It might
a lot,
like 40
half.
minutes.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say
yeah,
45 minutes.
It's going to be half the amount of
Look,
time.
all
it
of my
usually is.
technology is working just fine. It's just my room is very echoey, but I think it's okay, right?
And yeah, no, you sound great.
Oh, so I'm just amazing and good at what I do. Santos is
Okay.
just trouble.
Right. Well, in my ears, I sound great, but
I just
in the
realized I'm
thingy
so
thing.
close to my camera. Like
you really are.
Well, thank you for that. But I have the luxury of being able to zoom back out. So
Well, I can too on my watch. So, watch. No pun intended.
yeah.
Zooming in, zooming out. They saw it. You can't see it.
I was gonna say, did you really do anything, or?
Yeah. Okay. So, this is the podcast where we're apart from each other for the foreseeable future, and by foreseeable I mean the next couple months.
This is awful. Ugh.
This
really
was
sucks.
We hopped on a call an hour ago trying to figure all of this shit out. So
And we're recording in the same day. So
the same day, yeah. Sunny didn't know we were going to record right now.
No,
And
I
then
would have gotten ready, but I just woke up
it, we ball.
2 hours ago. So you know.
Also, 2 hours ago for me is 1 p.m.
2 hours ago
Which
for me was it's 1
11.
p.m. now for me.
Yeah.
We also have to work with time differences.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing because like the lighting's going to be way different for me than it is for you.
Like how
it's
nice
already...
and soft the light is. Well, I also have my blinds, but it's like look at that. I look a little pink, but it's okay.
I don't know. I mean, the sun's already starting to go down here. It's 4 p.m. So,
Ooh.
there's that.
Ooh.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Well, here we are. Sunny, how's LA? Tell us, what's the weather like over there? You're our reporter.
Day 3. I haven't actually stepped outside for the day. But weather's been very kind, actually. It's not too hot, not too cold. It is a little bit on the chillier side just because it's still winter in the States, but you know, it's better than the East Coast, so I'll take it.
Well, I enjoy having 4 seasons here.
You do need a car wherever you go, but my roommate KD has a car, so we went to IKEA, we went to Target, went to some networking events.
Well, don't you just have everything made for you?
I fucking wish.
Speaking of which, I didn't even look at my hair today, so apologies.
I didn't even look at my
viewers.
face today.
Your face will always be the same. my hair changes every single episode. Every single episode my hair has been different. Yours... What the fuck is...
Just like, oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Ah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh my god. So you're in LA, I'm in New York, and it's not gonna be different, except it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
We're trying.
So how's New York?
Oh my
How
gosh,
is
you have
working
roommates
from
now.
home?
I'm not. Well, it's great. It's honestly recording at home is really nice. Well, I have I guess we could do a little baby tour. I'm not moving the camera. You're not seeing.
I'm not moving the camera either.
So.
Oh, I'm just not moving
so
it because
bad.
it's like you can see a little bit of bed frame right here because we took off the mattress. I'll
Why'd
walk you
take
through
off the
it.
mattress? Okay.
Look, home decor.
Okay. All right. Well, on this side, we have the John Mulaney poster. It's signed, and I have my ticket right next to it too. That's pretty cool. Right here, I have my Ben Schwartz and Friends poster, also signed, and
the bingo board.
The bingo board.
If you didn't see our last episode, you should because we wrote out our 24 goals.
Yeah. Wait, did you take yours with you?
No, I took a picture of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I didn't want it to get all I didn't want to get all wrinkly or whatever. So
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Don't feel bad. Okay. And then I too have, I see in some podcasts they have like recommendations that they put up in like a spot on the camera. So I have a record that I'm telling people to go see. You can't read it because she is seeing me through my MacBook camera, which is pre-2020 whenever they did the camera change. So it looks like she's looking through a fucking potato and seeing me. It's disturbing. So she can't read this, but you can. It's the West Side Story original soundtrack.
Oh, okay. I thought it was literally anything else.
I guess I could. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's the original one, and when I bought it, it was so expensive because it's an original, and it was still in the plastic, and I took the plastic off because I'm going to listen to it. It could have been a collector's item, but no longer anymore. So that's my setup. I don't know if they could see it. Oh, that's a bummer.
What happened?
My audio interface fell because I have it.
Are you still connected?
Weirdly placed. Yeah, I'm connected.
Oh, okay.
All right. Right here's my handy dandy amplifier. And that's all you need to know. I got instruments right there. So maybe one day we'll see it, but not today.
I feel like I'm doing like one of those interview meetings or whatever over Zoom where it's like they record it. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm in a meeting right now.
Oh, gee, that's great. I'm so happy you feel that way.
Okay, so a little tour for me.
Hold on. There's one thing. There's one more thing.
Okay.
I have a fucking chair to sit on. And
yes, we're both sitting in chairs.
And I own one of these chair thingy, seat fucking that you put under. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The chair cushion?
The chair cushion. It's one of those hexagonal memory foam thingies. You know what I mean.
So your ass is in luxury is what you're trying to say?
My ass is in luxury. That's what I'm saying. Not on a hardwood floor. So.
On a rug.
On a rug. Okay. What's
so
your apartment?
What
What's
we've
that
got
deal?
here is this used to be my room. This used to be my single room, right? And then we have another room that has two beds because it's a double. That's how math works. Double means two. So we were supposed to have a third roommate, right? And she just never showed up. So it's just me and KD. And what we decided to do is that we're both very creative people, which is why we're in LA to do creative things. And she's going into music production stuff. And so her desk is actually behind me, and she's got like a whole like amp.
Oh, Focusrite, I see.
Yeah.
The little red box.
And the level amp. Yeah, the red box. And then she's got her own set of mic, and like she's got her own equipment behind me. And so what the plan is that I've already moved into the other room. So now we're actually roommates. And then we're turning this into a sound studio.
Oh,
like
that's fucking
studio.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what happened is that we had the bed on the mattress. No, the mattress on the bed. And then we want to bring the downstairs living room couch up here. But we can't do it ourselves. Not because it's heavy. Partly because it's heavy. But also because I don't think we can make the turn around the upstairs landing.
Okay.
It'll turn into like a Friends moment where it's like, pivot. And it's not going to look pretty. But
That's
we took
funny.
out the mattress because it's like, oh, like we could have guests sleep, and I was like, why can't they just sleep in here? I was like, I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. So the other thing that we have to deal with besides the couch is that the bed frame is just one big piece. Like it's got screws in it, but with the tools that we have on hand, like we can't undo it to take it downstairs.
Did you bring your lucky screwdriver?
No. Also, it's not the same
You need hex
stuff. Yeah, we need like actual stuff.
tools.
So right now I've just got a bed frame sitting on the floor in a very echoey apartment room. We did buy a rug, but we need to work on soundproofing the shit. So.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, for a cheap alternative, egg crates. Egg crates go a long way.
For what?
Like a really long one. For soundproofing, like to instead of buying soundproofing foam, just put egg crates on the fucking walls, and that works almost as good. There you go.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna look super fucking weird.
It's gonna
Just
look
like
so
egg crates.
janky. I don't think she's gonna like that. Like she's already vibing it up with the lava lamp.
Yeah, that's true.
It
I
looks
mean, you
pretty
guys
cool.
could paint the egg crates.
I think
Wait,
that'd look
so-
even jankier.
Okay, well, never mind. So, wait. So there was supposed to be 3 of you, and now there's just 2 of you sharing the apartment.
So,
That's a nice setup.
girl, let me tell you about my flight. Oh my god, I've never wanted to kill myself more in my life.
Oh,
Okay, wait, did I tell you
What
about
happened?
this?
you told me a little bit about it.
Okay,
Just
so
over
here's
text, but it was like random, frantic text, like just puzzle pieces.
okay. So I think my vlog episode of my flight is gonna come out the same day as this podcast, so you'll get an in-depth version of that on my channel. But basically, I had this 12 o'clock flight from Newark Airport out to LAX, and everything was fine. Like I got an Uber, I got my bags in, bags were checked perfectly. I did get a paper cut, but that's fine. And then I'm like waiting. I'm like, everything was going so smooth. Like I got through TSA perfectly fine. Like I walked out to my terminal, like through the terminal to the gate, perfectly fine. I sat down. I like started editing a little bit, and, I'm listening to music, getting ready, planning for like my next stuff, and then I'm checking my flight status, and I'm overhearing these people near me. It's like, oh my gosh, our flight was just delayed again. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. They're like, why do they keep doing this? It's like, oh, this is the weather. It's like, oh, whatever. It's like, and then they weren't flying until like 3 hours later. But that was not my flight. That was the flight before mine. That was the 10 a.m. I was at the 12. And then like maybe 10 minutes goes by, and I'm like doing my thing, just chilling, watching TikTok, whatever. And then I check my flight status again because like I'm super anal about that. Like if anything changes, it's gonna fuck up my entire schedule because I'm supposed to come in to LAX between like the check-in time for my dorm was like between like 2 to 4, like 1 to 4, something like that, kind of. Because then they were all gonna go like on Target trip and no one was gonna be there to sign me in. Anyways, so I'm checking my flight status and it's canceled. It just goes red. It just goes red. It goes from green to red. It goes from on time to canceled immediately. Not even a delay. And I'm like, I check the time and it's 10 minutes before boarding.
Fuck.
10 minutes before boarding. I'm like, is this some
This
like
girl.
technological error? And then 2 minutes later, the woman on the announcements goes, hi everybody on this flight number, blah 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 blah. Your flight has been canceled for unknown reasons. Go to this gate go to this other gate across the terminal to figure out your other options. And so I cross the entire terminal, and I go to the kiosks that everyone's kind of waiting for. And then I'm like typing in the thingy wabob, and it's like, oh, other like flight times for the day. And the only other option, which it automatically put me on, is a layover in Boston. So
Boston's the fucking other way.
it's the
dude.
other way in every cardinal direction possible. So I'm like, fuck it, it's fine. I'll wait another 3 hours. I'll land in Boston. I'll wait another 2 hours, and I'll land in LAX.
Fuck.
And I looked at, and the app said, you know what time? I was gonna come in originally at around 3:30 at LAX. You know what time I was going to go in?
No.
9:45 p.m.
Fuck.
9:45 p.m. their time. So that's what, like
5 or 6 hours after your original.
Well,
like,
not
you're
only
gonna
that,
be there
but
between
like
2 and 4, no?
9:40 PST versus EST.
Fuck.
So that's already longer than like humanly possible. I can't really complain because like other people had to like literally cross the world from Abu Dhabi or whatever. But like, this is my story and it's not about them. Okay, let me be.
Did they
selfish.
ever tell you why
I
it
was
got
running.
canceled?
No, they never told us why.
What the
They
fuck?
never told us. So I was like, fuck it, it's fine. Oh my God. And I was,
disappeared.
let's get real personal right now. I was on my period. I was sick. I had a congestal, like my congestion was so bad. I had a headache. I could feel a sty growing in my, like under my eyeball because I was so stressed out. Like it was actually physically painful. So I was like taking like Advil congested. I was texting my mom. I was like, every little inconvenience is happening to me. I got a paper cut today. Like blah, blah, blah. Like I have to wait here. I have a fever probably. And it was like, I feel ill. And then I'm also feeling terrible because I have cramps.
What'd you say? There are starving children in Africa?
Yeah. And I have to.
Feel better.
Oh my God. No. And then I had my layover. The layover was fine. Like whatever. And then I'm in Boston. I'm chilling. I'm getting soup. I tried finding chicken soup because I have a cold, which was a mistake because the only thing they had was New England clam chowder in every single storefront.
In Boston?
In Boston. New England, baby.
Well, who would have guessed that?
Who would have known? Who would have known?
Clam chowder. You gonna have some clam chowder?
I'm still congested. You could hear it.
Just
like
a bit,
100%.
Yeah.
And then here's the fucking gag is that no, there's actually like 3 gags actually. One of the gags is that our checked-in luggage arrived on time. So I think what they did was they put it on the delayed flight, the 10 a.m. that was getting like delayed a bunch of times. I think they put it on that flight instead and then shipped it directly to LAX. So we actually met our baggage there. And I was like, okay, at least it's not like lost, but like what the fuck? And then
why couldn't I just ride with the fucking luggage?
Yeah, like why couldn't I just like put me in the luggage? Put me in the luggage. And then the second gag is that I lost my seat to a cat.
Oh, bro.
Let me explain. So, for this little 6.5-hour flight from Boston to LAX, I had this beautiful assigned seat. It was in the aisle row, granted, but it was an aisle row with no one in the middle and then just some person at the window seat. So there was a separation. Now, I'm in line about to scan my ticket to get into the plane. And I hear over the announcements like, oh, can Sophie sign in this row please come to the desk? I'm like, sure. I'm sure. And so the lady talks to me. She's like, I'm like dead at this point. I'm like a half alive human being. And she's like, hi, so like you're in this seat and this one's open and we were wondering if you could change seats. Like if you're willing to change seats because reasons. And then I was like, they were like trying to sell it to me. It's like, yeah, it has like more leg room, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And then the woman next to me, it's because like, she's like, yeah, like I promise, like it's a really good seat. And then she's like, yeah, like I'm trying to get my cat on the flight, but apparently the seat I chose, like we're not allowed to have it at my feet. And I was like, oh, your cat. Oh.
You should have just said no, bitch, and then just moved on.
Yeah. But it was like, I felt like if I said no, then we just, like, she wouldn't have been on that flight and I would have felt bad. Oh, like, yeah, even though my entire day was going to shit, I still would have felt bad. So I was like, okay. I was like, sure. Because, like, look, at this point, I just wanted to get on the fucking flight. I just want to be on that damn plane and on my way to LAX and not die. Like, that's all.
Literally, when you were texting me through, like, all of this, I was like, I hope this plane doesn't crash in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And here's the thing. Because a couple weeks ago, it was that Alaska Airlines thing where, like, the door fucking flew off
the fucking
hinges.
door fell off.
Guess where I was sitting? in that row. I was sitting in the emergency exit row, and one of the staff had to come up and be like, "Hi guys, you guys are in the emergency row, so like I just need you to confirm that you're able to help in case of an emergency." And they go down the line, and I was like,
"Bruh, you're 4'2", bro.
I was
How are
like,
you gonna help someone?"
"Oh yeah, totally, like sure." And I'm sitting next to this random man when I could have been sitting next to no one. The cat fucking took my seat. And now I have to help people if there's an emergency. Bitch, what if I'm the emergency? What if I'm the problem?
And likelihood is you are the problem.
It was just so frustrating. I wanted
damn.
to cry the entire day. I was
That
sick.
sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it was like an amazing time. I was on my period. I was heavily congested. I had a migraine. I had a sty in my eye.
Amazing.
What
else can you ask
I
for?
hit my knee on a metal bar, and now I have a massive bruise.
Oh my gosh. Fucking dude, my knee, I think it's about to go. I think it's on its last legs.
Oh my god.
Like the past couple days, it's been hurting like crazy. And then I squatted one time, and when I went up, I literally heard this from my knee. And I was like, it doesn't hurt, but it made that sound. And I was like, this bitch is about to be gone.
Oh my god.
It's done. It's done. It's so close to me. I should probably go to the doctor and see what the fuck is going on. But it's making sounds. It's creaking. It's hurting. Like going downstairs, I'm scared to go downstairs. Yeah. Oh my god. It's terrifying. It's going to go anytime. I might as well, I don't know, get paid for it. Maybe get hit by a car or something.
Oh my god.
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
Well,
Damn.
that's fun.
I made
cool.
it. I made it, Joe.
Yeah, you're
we
here.
did it. Oh my god! But we landed at like 9:40, right? 10 p.m. because of like delays of the tarmac or whatever, and then it was another hour to get to the dorm by car. I had to take a shuttle. I had to take a shuttle to the pickup spot, so I had to haul my two 50-pound bags, my carry-on, and my backpack, which are all heavy because they're full of like equipment and
all stuff,
clothing, onto a shuttle. Then haul those two 50-pound bags, my carry-on, and my backpack off again. Roll my way over to some like middle of the street standing area, and then call an Uber, and then pray that someone will pick it up for me. But God bless that Uber guy, man. Like, honestly, he brought me to, like, the main gate and everything. And then we couldn't find the house because we were living in townhouses. And we couldn't find the house. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I've actually never been here before. And we just, like, went around in circles together. Like, he was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we'll find it. I was like, oh, my God. Best know he got a good tip.
Did I ever tell you about my first plane ride? About the guy almost dying?
No.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So it's my first plane ride, and I'm on my way to New York. I'm in LAX on my way to JFK to look for an apartment here. So, we're just sitting on the tarmac, gonna be ready to go, and we start making our way towards the fucking takeoff or whatever. So, I see the person next to me, and we start talking a little bit, and her boyfriend were like, oh, this is your first plane ride? Oh, it's going to be smooth. Don't worry about it. It's just, there might be a little bit of turbulence, but that's totally normal and nothing to be afraid of. It's going to be a good time. And I was like, okay, yeah, awesome. And then, like, the lights were starting to go down, and then the lights came back up, and then just the plane stopped on the tarmac. And then I hear an old lady yell, oh, please, someone please help my husband. And we all like look up like, what's going on? And so we hear on the, like, people start like looking over and like rushing towards it. The guy, the captain goes, if there's any doctors on the plane, please come to the front. And sure enough, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's this guy who's sitting across from me on the other side, and he's like narrating everything. He's
my God.
He's like this Jewish doctor. He was the doctor, and he had, for some reason, been talking about that he was a doctor already, and he's from New York and whatever. So They call for a doctor. He doesn't move because we're towards the back. So he's uh, like this is verbatim what he
Are
says.
you
By the time I get up there, there already be doctors up there. I don't need to go up there. And then like there's more like people behind us who are doctors are going up.
Oh my god.
And then he's like looking at the people who are going, and he like points at him. Indian, yeah, she's got to be a good doctor. Asian, oh, she's a good doctor. Jew, good doctor. He's just like naming the races and why they'd be good doctors, I guess. And so then he's like looking over reporting for some reason. And no one's really listening to him. I think it's hilarious that he's doing this because what the fuck, dude? Just shut up. But he's like, yeah. I think what happened is probably the guy, whatever, this, that. So everything gets calmed down a little bit. All the doctors except for one stays back up there. And he was like, Indian doctor, Asian doctor, yeah, Jew doctor, yeah. Let me guess. And he's like talking to everybody behind him. Let me guess. The guy up there that's still up there, the doctor that's still up there, he's white. Watch. And then you like hear like clapping or whatever. And you see the doctor like say like, oh, thank you, it's okay. It's a white guy. And he's like, what did I tell you? You're a fucking white guy, huh? Fucking doctors, huh? Mm-hmm. And then he just like sits down and that's it. Apparently what happened was he didn't get some of his medicine, and with the anxiety of the plane, it caused his like blood pressure to go up and he fainted.
Oh.
But his wife thought
Oh.
his wife thought he had died right there on the plane. So that's why she thought he was dying, so she screamed. Very cool. Cause like imagine, right? Like she's like, "Oh, we're almost there, Jim.
Oh my
Jim,
god.
Jim. Oh my gosh! Somebody help! My husband's dead." Oh
There's
my
this
goodness.
one time my mom was on a plane and I forget what, she was probably like really stressed out or dehydrated or something, like back in her like it was after residencies and stuff, so because she's a doctor, but she had fainted on like in the aisle or something of the plane. I don't know, it was like something like she was already on the plane or something, and then they were in the air and she got up to go to the bathroom and she fainted because of vasovagal, which medically like that's just when all the blood rushes out of your brain when you get up, like that's why you get lightheaded when you stand up or like you faint. So that's what happened. She got vasovagal and she just fainted. It's nothing to be concerned of. It was like no health issues. It was just, she got up too fast.
A normal
so
thing,
yeah, and I think this plane was like filled with like it was filled with people coming from a cardiology meet or like a conference somewhere. So she was also on that plane, and it's so funny because she woke up to like 15 cardiologists like standing around her, like trying to help. She was like, "No, like I'm fine." She's a doctor herself, so she's like, she knew what was going on, and she was like, "No, like guys, like I'm fine." It was so funny. And then they were retelling, my dad and she were retelling the story, and my dad was like, "Isn't it funny though? Like she fainted, and there's like 15 cardiologists just conveniently on the plane. Like how safe that must have been."
I don't know. Travel stories have not been great for me, I don't think. Like when I did first come to New York, I didn't know I didn't know how to pack, so I had like 2 sets of clothes, but I was only going to be here for 2 days, so that made sense to me. But no, it didn't. I had 2 pairs of clothes the entire trip, like 2 sets of clothes for the entire trip. So one day for travel.
Oh.
There for 2 days and then gone for travel. So that's 4 days. I would have needed 4 days of clothes to not feel icky. You know what I mean? So, and then on my first day there, I forgot that subways had existed. So I walked. I got on a cab ride all the way into Brooklyn, and I was like, this cab ride's looking very expensive. So I was like, just drop me off here in fucking Park Slope, just in the middle of fucking nowhere. And I walked from Park Slope all the way up to Central Park on 59th Street, right at the bottom of Central Park. I walked all the way up. And then when I got there, I was like, what the fuck is that? Somehow I had walked all the way from Brooklyn to 59th Street in Manhattan and not noticed subways until I was done going where I needed to go.
Are you serious?
And And I seen the subway, and I was like, oh, I could just do that. I could just do that. So that was bad.
God.
And on my
Did you
walk,
take the subway correctly though? That's the real
after that,
question.
yeah. After
Okay.
that, I think there's like 2 times in my life where I've taken the subway wrong. It's very intuitive. I don't know how people get lost on the subways.
I do.
Maybe they're just,
I used to.
well, oh jeez. I think I've gotten like lost once or twice. It's very straightforward, I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, until the local turned express.
That does suck. And
Like
that
the
you're just never
RW. And then the
prepared
N
for.
uptown is local, but then downtown is
Downtown,
not.
yeah.
Like, what? How is that
Yeah.
intuitive? Like, how was I
Listen.
supposed to know?
That is fair. That is fair. I'll give you that. No. But yeah, that was the first day in New York. It was crazy. I also thought I was getting mugged that day too. I thought I was going to get mugged. There's a lady behind me, and she just says like, "Give me your backpack." And I was like, that can't be me. She's not talking to me. She goes, "Hey you, kid, give me your backpack." And I was like, "Oh, I'm getting mugged right now. That's cool. That's real cool." And my first thought was like, a woman is mugging me? Very progressive, New York. Good job. Hats off to you.
Oh my god, kiddos.
But then I was like, okay, I'll probably just drop my backpack and then just run, probably. So I was like counting down in my head, and as I start counting down, she just goes, and that's how he did it. She was on the phone explaining how she got robbed to her friend. Out in public. That's not something you do. That's not funny. So I thought I was getting robbed, and it was just a phone call of a retelling story. So that was cool.
I'm not yawning because I'm disinterested. I'm yawning because I woke up.
Oh, I'm so tired. I opened this morning. I was late to work.
Oh.
But I got up at 6:30 this morning.
We went out last night. I didn't get in the club.
Oh, no wonder.
Me and KD got ready last night, and then we went to the Airbnb where all the friends were staying at, and then I met a bunch of people. So, like, that was basically my night out. Like, that's all I need. Like, a night in is, like, that's my consideration of a night out. So I was perfectly fine not getting in the club. Like, genuinely. Because then my dad's voice was in my head, like, the net benefit of you going to this event versus the risk that you were taking. I was like,
That's
guys,
how your
like,
dad
I'm okay.
talks to you. Is so, that's elite. That is so elite.
It's like risk
that's
versus
hilarious.
reward. What are you risking and
Yeah.
what is the net benefit? I was like, the net benefit is not worth it.
Oh my
So then
gosh.
Katie just like Ubered me home. She was like, "Are you okay? Like, are you sure?" I was like, no bullshit. I kind of want to go home. It's like midnight. It's my bedtime. Like, let me go home.
Yeah. Time to go home.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't get in because you're younger.
Yeah.
So you went home. But that's
Um,
cool.
Took a shower.
You took a
Had something
Which-
to eat.
Good for you.
Did my skincare. Yep. I feel like every time I fly solo or like even travel anywhere by myself, something goes wrong. Because the last time I traveled solo was to Boston, so I took a 4-hour train ride up and a 4-hour train ride back. And going up was fine, but then it was like this series of unfortunate events of going back home. So I went out with my friend to a frat party, and then it was the only event that we did the entire 3 days that I was there, because we stayed in the second and third night. Because I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling very good. Like, you know, like, oh, I'm also tired. And then she's like, yeah, that's fair. So we did a movie night. And then the next day I was like, I think I have a fever. But from the frat party, I got fucking beard burn. I got like sick after that. I got like all the freshman flu back again. I
Yeah.
was like, why? Like, why?
Yep, new people, different people.
Yeah, and then I went home. I had a fever. I was like dying. I had no food. I ran out of water. I was on like survival mode. And then I go home, and then I was literally bedridden for 3 days with like a 102 point whatever fever. But I always get high fevers. Like, I just run warm that way. So I was like, whatever. But I was literally bedridden. Like, I could not do anything. I tried to do laundry, and I had to take a fat nap after that. It like took me out, bro. It took me out.
Oh my gosh. No. I have really bad luck with like service, anything service. Like if I go like to a restaurant or something or order something ahead of time, there is almost always something wrong. Like almost always. I've like, if you look at my DoorDash, if I'm DoorDashing, there's either always something wrong, or for some reason, it just gets canceled out of nowhere. I had one time a guy called me. He was like, "Hey, it's not gonna happen." And I was like, "Okay, what's going on?" He's like, "I just got rear-ended." I was like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know what? No big deal. You fucking figure it out." And then there was this other time where the same thing happened, except the guy was on a bike. So he called me. He's like, "Hey, I just got hit by a car. I'm on a bike." I was like, "You know what?
God.
Eat the food. It's fine. I'll be okay. Eat the food." But like every time I order something, every time there's something wrong. It's so sad, but
Holy
it's just
shit.
the way of the world. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Poor guys. Maybe I should stop ordering DoorDash so people don't get hurt.
Oh my God.
I'm the one causing these fatalities. Oh no.
Under your demise, honestly. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. 2 separate occasions: a car crash, and a bike crash.
I'm gonna be seeing Cole Toto today.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so we went on a Warner Bros. Tour, which
Okay.
I texted him like only an hour ahead of time, but it was enough time for him to tell his supervisors like, "Hey, like the NYU kids are coming in, and I have a friend there. I'd love to tour their group." But they ended up like sending him out with a different group, so didn't get him. But it's fine. Yeah. But during the tour, we were out in like the back lot set area, and there's just like a bunch of other like long golf carts with like other tour groups. And then so I'm like facing the Gilmore Girls gondola or whatever the fuck. And then out of nowhere, I hear like over one of the tour but like cart loudspeakers, just someone going, "Sonny!" And I was like,
Yeah.
I like
That's
turned
funny.
around, and it was Cole. He was like shuttling people back to like the main building, and I was like, "Oh my God, hey girl!" And it was like,
That's
"Bye."
cute.
It was really cute.
Aw.
But here, let me tell you something. Is that I got a run into someone. I got like into a hustle, like a little tussle with someone
Tussle,
in my
okay.
group, and he's one of those people that has like somehow the conversational power to convince people to do things for him. So he's a manipulator.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And so for a hot second, I thought that somehow he had convinced the tour guide to let him announce my name over the speaker. And I got really scared for a second. I was like,
"Please don't be this guy. Please don't be this guy. Please don't." Oh,
yeah.
cool.
But I was like, "Oh, it's cool." Yeah, no, literally, it was like that. So it was really nice. And then I texted him later. So actually, we were supposed to be in the same building after he shuttled people over because our driving tour portion had ended. And we were just in like the self-guided tour building. And I was like texting him like, "Oh, we're here, like we're gonna be leaving at this point," and the blah blah blah. And he was like, "They shuttled me off on another tour." I was like, "Are you serious?" So then I asked him like, "Hey, you have to like let me know when you're free. Like, when are you free?" And he's like, "I'm literally free tomorrow because all the tours are like dying down a little bit because of the season." I was like, "Oh my God, like, let's go." Damn. So I literally
did Cole graduate last year or the year before that?
Cole graduated
2022.
I think 22. Yeah, he graduated 22.
You knew him when you were a freshman?
Yeah. No. Sophomore.
Sophomore? Oh, then he had to
I
be
joined Pasadena's
2023?
sophomore year. But I feel like he was.
Wait, are you a senior right now?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, so he had to graduate last year then.
Yeah, he graduated last year.
Yep. Well, it's nice to have a familiar friend. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming you knew people when you moved to New York, yeah?
Nope. Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought you were going to say LA, and I was like, no.
Oh, yeah. No. I didn't know a goddamn soul when I moved here.
I knew too many souls.
You had to get away, hence being in LA.
Yeah.
The weather's probably nice. Are you a beach goer? You don't look like a beach goer to me. Yeah.
Well, I like the beach over the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Whatever that means.
Take it how it is.
Take it how it is. Take it how it is. I don't know how this is going to work if we do an improvised song because there's so much delay. Like, there's so much delay, so I don't know if it'll work. Okay, let's test it. Let's test it.
Oh God!
We could just do a 1, 2, 3 clap. Okay, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3 clap, and
Why?
if it looks to me like you're clapping at the same time, then I think it might work. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, clap.
I was a little bit off.
Far.
I was a little bit
Okay.
off from you. Wait.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, clap. Yeah, you, on my screen, you're like a whole second like off.
Really?
So,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. So this is not gonna work.
Maybe you can do a little show for me live from New York.
Live from New York.
Do you have your saxophone? Oh.
Oh, I do. I really do.
Wait,
it's
guys,
right here.
Because Santos is working from home, he has a saxophone and his keyboard.
I do. Okay, I have a keyboard like right immediately to my right, but
I mean,
the saxophone takes like 5 minutes to set up.
Okay,
Well, not
okay.
5 minutes.
Maybe
But
like
it takes
next time.
2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. I'll prepare something. Maybe Careless Whispers. Do you want to hear Careless Whispers?
Sure. I mean,
No.
are we
Do you
gonna
know
get
that song
copywritten?
on
No.
saxophone? Oh, we definitely will.
No.
You don't know that song, Careless Whispers?
I definitely do. I just forget what it sounds like.
It's the famous saxophone.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I once, in high school, it was so bad too. In high school, we did the Valentine Grams, and you could send around me playing Careless Whispers to a person.
Wait,
it was,
what?
Yeah. So basically, you paid $1, right? And you'd give a lollipop to a person on Valentine's Day. They'd go around and say, "Oh, you have a Valentine's gram," and then if you paid $3, you get a little teddy bear and a little lollipop. If you paid, I think it was like $8 or $10, you got all those things, and then me going around to the classroom that you were in at that time, playing Careless Whispers and
kidding.
says, "So and so wishes you a happy Valentine's," and then I'd leave. It was, I did such a bad job, like it was so bad. I hope there's a recording out there somewhere, because I barely knew the song, because they're like, "Oh, learn this," and I was like, "It's today. What do you mean learn this?" So I learned it like either the day of or the day before, and it was super bad. It
God.
sounded really bad. Like the tone wasn't great. The notes, some of them. I had a friend come up and he was like, "You didn't practice, huh?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "I could tell." I was like, "Cool, yeah." But yeah, that was something I did.
That's so funny.
High school. Oh, what a crazy time. I was a hooligan in high school.
That's
And
crazy.
by that, I was like, not top of my class, but pretty up there. I don't know any songs.
On the guitar?
Yeah, I don't know any songs. Go ahead.
You don't know any songs? Ever? Like in life? Like in the universe?
No, I know like hundreds of songs. Not hundreds, but
Wait,
so
I'm
many.
so confused.
I was just gonna have you start singing to the guitar, but
the
I
delay
personally-
would not agree.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I thought you were gonna sing live from New
You,
York.
what the fuck would I fucking sing?
I don't know.
No, thank you. Yeah, I am reading a book.
Are you?
Let me go grab it.
You know how to read?
Well, fuck off. Okay, all right.
So I guess Santos knows how to read. Wow. I'm impressed. But I guess if he brings like a rainbow goldfish book,
What were you saying?
well, then I guess
What were
that's
you
what
saying?
he
Were you
reads.
talking shit?
That's his kind of
Lucky I can't hear you.
content.
What were you saying?
No, that's it.
No. Okay. Oh wow. All right. Whew. Okay. This is the book. Technically, it is, I believe, 3 books in one. But because it's in one book, I'm
It's
counting it as
massive.
one book.
Okay.
Because I'm supposed to read 3 books this year. But it's The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and it's several books combined into one book. I don't know where.
Count it as one.
Yeah. Count it as one?
Count it as one.
All right, I'll count it as one. 800 pages? That's a lot.
That's
Jesus
not
Christ.
that bad. I mean, it's a
That's
lot, but it's like a good amount of a lot.
It's
like a
like
good.
2 books. Like 2 regular books put together. 400 pages?
I'm pretty sure I've read novels that big.
800?
Yeah. I mean, how many pages is Harry Potter? The last few.
Fake news.
Ah.
I haven't seen any of the Harry Potter movies because my mom is a believer in Christ, and Harry Potter is a sin against those who believe in Christ. So I haven't seen any of the movies. I wasn't allowed to. I'm sure I've seen bits and parts, but I've seen like the videos of not Hermione, not me, you. I read the first book. I did read the first book, and it was a mandatory reading. Like you just had to read a book, any book, and I chose the first one, which is the Sorcerer's Stone. Mm-hmm. And I took a test on it, and I failed because I was so uninterested, and my whatever mental capacity is I was reading the words and not the sentences, and so I wasn't remembering anything, like retaining anything from the book. Like I could read every single word and just have no idea what's going on because I'd be thinking in my head at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's what I would be doing during the SATs.
Do you remember your score on the SATs?
1190.
Oh, I think we got the same. I think mine was either 1170 or 1190. Yeah, I think it was the same. Yeah, I swear on my life. I think
and
so.
You were gonna go into like physics. What?
Okay, well here's what happened: is I scored pretty high on the math, but I scored really low on the English. Like, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I got all of my points from the second section of the English portion. Like that's the only section. No.
The multiple choice.
Like the punctuation, the grammar.
Oh, shit.
I'm so like grammatically correct.
Well, good for you.
Like I used to take practice tests because my parents put me in an SAT boot camp, and I would basically ace that second section, like with one mistake. That's where I got all of my points. So.
Damn.
I failed everything else. So I'm not very good at much.
Yeah, it's crazy too because I graduated like a 4.3 or 4.4. So like my SAT should have been way higher than that. And it was because I'm just so bad at English. Like my last year I didn't do AP English because I knew I would have failed. I wouldn't have fucking made it. So I did regular college prep English, and those people were fucking insane. I thought people in AP classes, which were most of the classes I was taking, like honors classes, they're decent regular human beings. They're not throwing shit, they're not disrespecting the teacher. In CP classes, you have every person calling the teacher not by their names but by teacher, which is insane. Teacher, what is this? They have a name. Okay, and yeah, I mean it gets like I didn't know. I've seen in the movies like throwing papers and like pencils and stuff. I thought that was like turned up because it's a movie. No, that shit fucking exists, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So that was that. But that was only my English class.
I don't know what the ranking of like academic levels per classes you are. Like AP obviously is like the highest.
Yeah.
We had honors below that, and then advanced, and then CP. And I was always in the advanced class, so I wasn't in the like complete like bleh classes.
Was it like gate classes and stuff? Gate.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because ours was like you had, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the very basic of just like getting your GED, and then you had CP classes, which was technically college prep, but that was our normal classes.
Oh, so our normal was your normal CP. Oh, sorry. Your normal CP is my normal advanced.
Okay. Yeah.
So then your like basic like gen ed is our CP.
Yeah. See. Okay. Yeah. We have.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called. It had an interesting name, but yeah. And then CP and then honors. We didn't have like an in between of CP and honors. We just had CP and then honors, and then fucking advanced placement.
I was always in the average advanced, which is like that's you're on the right track kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are in advanced.
Yeah.
But like
Well,
it was just enough people where it's like a little bit from the rambunctious side and a little bit from the smart side. So it's just like that clash, yeah.
There, I did do one dumb thing. I was in a regular class, and I was so bored, like out of my goddamn mind. Like I finished everything, and people were still working, and I was so bored. You're not allowed to be on your phone, so like, what can you do?
Yeah.
I lean against the wall, and I just start banging my head on the wall. Not crazy hard or anything, just
Feel
like
you're
to
tapping
like
your hall.
like I'm tapping. Yeah, I'm just tapping, but it's
I've done
making like a booming sound because the walls are hollow.
Oh.
So it sounds a lot harder than I'm doing it, and I'm not like like I'm just like up, down, up, And
Yeah.
the teacher comes up to me, and he says something crazy. He leans down and goes, there are people on the other side of this wall that don't have the mental capabilities that a lot of these other kids, I think he was talking about the special ed classes, have. And if you keep banging your head, I think I'm going to have to put you in those classes. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll stop banging my head. But, geez, you could have just said stop banging your head and not call me
Holy
fucking...
shit.
Like, yeah, it was crazy, yeah. And he got all, like, weird and, like, low and... it was so weird. Yeah. But just for tapping my head. Yeah.
Ew.
But that was the craziest thing. I used to skip, like, CP classes. I used to skip them because you would never get graded on attendance. So I just fucking show up for one day, get the lesson, fucking fuck off. I'll go to, like, choir or the band room. Or if I needed to, like, the theater department. And then... I come back for Friday from whenever the tests are, do the test, fucking ace it, and then go back. I was in class like 1 or 2 days a week.
So you were literally living like a college life, but in high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just cool at that.
Nah, bruh. Nah. They were really strict about like a lot of stuff at my school. In middle school, they banned water bottle flipping. I think a lot of schools did that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That and fidget spinners.
That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Like, oh my God.
That's so dumb.
like-
That's funny. It got that big of an issue that they're like, we have to
Yeah,
ban
I'm
this.
like,
No, not where I went to high school. There's like security guards everywhere, and the only way to get in is through the front office, and because it's an open campus, so everything is closed off through gates, and you could there's two ways of getting in, through the office, but you have to check in and scan your ID and fucking they do a background check when you go in,
yeah.
or when the kids are getting out of school or into school, go where the buses are, and just walk in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Didn't you also have like cinder blocks at your high school?
Oh yeah, that shit was fucking cool, dude. Okay, so it was designed. This is the area I came from. It was designed that in case an active shooter was on the premises, you could lay down and not get hit. That was one of the design thoughts that went into designing my school. Because my school was designed in 2008. No, not designed in 2008, but it was finished being built in 2008. So, yeah.
That'll
So
do
that
it.
was cool. There's just like big giant cinder, like not cinder block, but like big
There's, like,
pavement chunks
cement.
that are like, just like randomly throughout the whole place. And yeah, I had a teacher tell me that because school shootings are things that happen, and so we got to be prepared.
Damn.
What a cool way to live, huh?
So awesome. I
So
love this
cool.
day and age. I love our second amendment.
It's second. It's the second.
I forgot which one was bear arms versus housing, military.
Oh,
like the
the
third one,
the
right?
quarters. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the third amendment.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
only know the first three.
What is it? The right to refuse quartering a soldier or some shit?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Here's the thing with the Second Amendment, right? Like, even though we did have all the guns in the world or whatever, the government could just take us out. That's the reality of it all. They, in a heartbeat, they could just like decide if we wake up tomorrow. That's just a fact that can happen. So
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Not to get political or anything.
Yeah, not
like,
to get political or anything.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to go to school and not think my life is going to be
Yeah,
with
that'd be
getting shot in
fucking
the
cool.
face.
Yeah,
That'd be really
anyway.
great. Like,
Anyway. Do you think you'll own any guns in your life?
why the fuck would I need to?
Or want to?
Am I living in an action movie?
That's a big reason why people get them is just because they want them.
I don't think I really want them.
No?
I don't have a need for that. It's like me. Okay. Little anecdote. I went to Sephora with KD yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, like, are you gonna get anything?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't really need anything." So that's how I feel about guns. Like, I don't really need them, so I'm not gonna get one. Like, why would I get something I don't need?
I feel like if I lived in a place where I would go hunting, that is the only reason I would get something. But I would love to hunt. But I don't live
I'd love to
anywhere
learn how
where
to
I
shoot.
would-
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I like owning firearms. Like, it's just not necessary.
Okay.
Like, I don't need. Like, I don't. It's not like a hole I need to fill in my life. So you know,
There's not a gun-shaped heart in your or hole in your heart.
I would go.
It's a Glock 19. Like it just.
Like, learning how to shoot would be really cool. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
Just feeling like, oh, I'm a spy. Bing, bing, bong.
I had a
That'd be
friend who I went over to her house and there was fully like a rifle on her kitchen table, and I was like, "Oh, hey!"
Why is that there? That makes no
I was
sense.
like, it's like her dad was like some kind of not arms dealer, but it was like an official like
Okay, like he probably
dealer
went
person.
to gun shows and all.
Maybe, I don't know, but there was a full like rifle the size of my entire arm just sitting on the kitchen table. I was like, I'm over
never
for
know.
dinner. Are we gonna move that? Or is this like
They're like, you're for dinner, girl.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Who's coming to get you that you need a rifle?
Like, what enemies are you making?
If
What?
anything, all you need is a shotgun. That's all you need. A shotgun. Why do you have a rifle?
A handgun I can understand,
Yeah.
but like
A handgun and
why
a
do
shotgun.
you need an
I think,
AK-47?
yo, that shit is crazy. I know somebody who knows somebody who has an
Has an
AK-47. I've seen it on the wall. I've seen it, and I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. No, it looks cool, but also like, why can your kid just grab it off the wall? That is crazy. Yeah.
Literally.
All right, that's enough of our political segment as we usually do.
Again, we're from New York.
We are. Well, I'm from California.
Well,
which
I'm
is
from
also
New Jersey, but
known
we
as a
usually
sissy
are
state.
based
Wait.
in New York.
Oh yeah,
What?
New York. Oh, I thought you were saying because of the states we're from, we're like certain policies on guns. But isn't Jersey like a hold your ground state or some shit?
It's
I don't
like,
fucking know.
Yeah, it's like half Republican, half yeah, it's a mess out there. It's a mess.
I don't know. Anybody I ever met from Jersey is usually Republican.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my school was one of those who like tried to got LGBT books banned.
Oh, what
and then
the
one
fuck?
of our neighbors was like that was in the New York Times, and then one of our neighbors was in the New York Times for his Republican views. I was like,
That's
okay.
cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
I was like,
That's sick. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
Well,
cool. So cool.
Yeah, separation of states. That's what Civil War was about. Did you know that they teach people that the Civil War was about states' rights and all that shit,
Oh, yeah.
and not about slavery? That's crazy.
I think that's low key how I learned it too. But like it was like both.
sucks.
It was like both.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how. I
Yeah,
learned
like some people don't learn about slavery at all, which is fucking wild.
it. That is crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah. Ay 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 ay.
Why
Learn from the Germans. The Germans have a really good shame policy about the whole.
They do.
thing that
Yeah,
happened.
they really do.
They're like
They're very good about it.
Even though they
They-
never like the people now have nothing to do with it, they still hold so much shame, which
Yeah,
is good.
yeah.
We need a little bit. Let's bring
they
back
also
shame.
changed. Wait. They also changed their entire national anthem for it.
Oh yeah.
Like because in
yeah.
the original one, like it had like propaganda messages in it, and
Oh.
they kept the tune, which is really funny. But they kept the tune.
That's funny.
But they changed the words.
Yeah.
So like to change your national anthem, like
What did I hear about that from?
patriotism and stuff, like
Is that
like,
Ricky Gervais that talked about it?
Sorry?
Maybe. I don't know. I think I've heard that before. Of
Yeah.
like them changing their. Oh no, it was a TED Talk, I think.
Oh. But
I think it was a TED Talk.
the entire nation agreed to change something
fuck
that represented them.
Yeah.
And then also made a bunch of things like illegal, and like they're
Yeah.
very good about, holding themselves accountable and like recognizing their history. They all learn, like all those students learn their history.
Yeah.
All the details.
I heard this from Trevor Noah. He has a special out and he talks
Oh
about
yes.
this.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah.
I love
gosh.
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. I can't do his accent. Fucking hell. That was so bad. Oh, bleep that out. It's South African, no? I can't do a South African accent.
Yeah.
Oh.
He does accents really well though.
Yeah.
Trevor? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have
Should've
any
known about it.
impressions? Can you do anything?
No.
Come on, try. Try doing a Donald Trump. I would love to see that.
What? No.
Yeah, just try.
Give me a sentence.
Okay, say, my fellow Americans, this is outrageous.
My fellow Americans, this is outrageous.
Okay, now Obama.
My fellow Americans, this is outrageous.
Yes.
I haven't heard
those were
him
both
speak in a
really
while.
bad. I know Obama.
Oh, thank you.
Bring Obama back.
More politics.
Have you seen that video of him saying like "if" a million times? He's just if.
No.
And then it starts looping it, so it looks like he's doing. There's like a minute clip of him just if. Oh, all right. Let's get out of here.
Let's get at.
Thank you for. I guess I can look into camera. Thank you for showing up and being here and watching this. I wouldn't say we're sorry that it's shorter. We're reluctant that it's shorter, but this is how it has to be. I've been your host, and so has she. Is that how we sign off? How do we sign off?
We don't usually sign off. We're just like, all right, it's ending. Okay, bye.
Bye!